Hello, students. Welcome to our second chapter of class 6 components of food. We take this chapter in two parts, part 1 and part 2. In part 1, today we are taking our part 1. The name of the chapter is Components of Food, means the different types of food that we eat. Okay, now in the previous chapter we made list of the food items that we eat, and uh, and identified different food items eaten in different parts of India and marked these on the map. We also classified different types of food as animal products or plant products. Okay, now we can see a meal consists of mainly, generally, a chapati, dal, and for example brinjal curry. Another may be rice, sambar, vegetable. Okay, yet another meal could be appam, fish curry, and vegetables. We usually take these type of food items, means usually a food item, our meal has one item made of some kind of grain, the other item could be a vegetable. Okay, and some others include curd, buttermilk, pickles, extra. Okay, so we usually take such food items in our meals. Sometimes we may not really have all this variety in our meals. Suppose we are traveling in a train, we may eat whatever is available on the way. It may not be possible for us to take the variety of food items which we take most of the time. Do you think that our body needs different kinds of food for some special purposes? We take this in 2.1, which says that what do different food items contain. जो अलग अलग प्रकार के फूड आइटम्स हैं उसके अंदर क्या क्या डिफरेंट फूड आइटम्स, क्या क्या उनके अंदर होता है. नाउ वी यूजुअली take each dish is usually made up of one or more ingredients which we get from plants or animals. These ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients. The definition of nutrients is very much important for our exams. The major nutrients that the different food items contain are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. In addition, food also contains dietary fibers and water, which are also needed by our body. But the main food nutrients are, I am once again telling you, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Do all our foods contains all these type of nutrients? No, all the food items does not contain all these nutrients. A food item may contain one or two nutrients or three nutrients, but it usually occurs that a food item uh, contains a contains a nutrient which is in abundance in that food item. Now 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 in our for carrying out these type of tests on food items, that which food item contains which nutrient. So it is given, we have now we now have to test that what type of food items contain which type of food nutrients. For carrying out these tests, we need the solutions of iodine, copper sulfate, and caustic soda. You'll also need a few test tubes and a dropper. Okay, now let us begin by testing the different food items. First of all, we will carry out the test for carbohydrates. First of all, we will carry out the test for carbohydrates. There are many types of carbohydrates, but the main carbohydrate found in our food are in the form of starch and sugars. We can easily test if a food item contains starch. So first of all, we will carry out the test for starch, a type of carbohydrate. So in activity 2, we will see that. Now what we have to do is take a small quantity of food item or a raw ingredient. Put 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. इसमें हमें क्या करना है, एक फूड आइटम लेना है, उसके ऊपर हमें 2-3 ड्रॉप्स डाइल्यूट आयोडीन सॉल्यूशन की डालनी है. नाउ वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व एनी चेंज इन कलर इन द फूड आइटम. Did it turn blue black? Now the next page. A blue black color indicates that it contains starch. If a blue black color appears after putting 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution, it confirms that a blue black color indicates that it contains starch. Repeat this test with different food items and note down all these in table 2.2 and write if the starch is present or not. Okay, now we will test for protein. For this, we have to take a small quantity of a food item for testing. We first need to make a paste or powder it if it is not in this form. Okay, now put some of this food item in a clean test tube. After that, we have to add 10 drops of water to it and shake the tube. Now using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the test tube. We have to shake well and put the test tube stand for few minutes. What do we see? Did the components of the tube turn violet? If a violet color appears, it indicates the presence of proteins in the food item. We can repeat this test for other food items and also note down whether protein is present in a specific food item or not. Okay, now we will test for fats. Fats testing is very easy. We have to take the food item which we have to test for fats, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Take care that paper does not tear. Now straighten the paper and observe it carefully. Does it have an oily patch? If we are able to see the light faintly through this patch, we can say that the particular food item contains fats. An oily patch on the paper shows that the food items contains fat. The food items may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, after you have rubbed an item on paper, let the paper dry for a while. And after that, you can see the light. Okay? Now, what do these tests show? You have also to write whether in table 2.2 whether fat is present in the specific food item or not. Now, does a food item contain more than one nutrient? It may occur that a food item contains carbohydrates as well as fats. Okay. Now, we tested food items for three nutrients, three major nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. There are also other nutrients like vitamins and minerals that are present in our different food items. Now, in our next section of 2.2, 2.2 says, what do various nutrients do for our body? कि ये जो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फूड आइटम्स हैं, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, फैट्स, प्रोटीन्स, ये हमारी बॉडी के लिए, हमारे शरीर के लिए ये क्या करते हैं? तो विल टेल यू वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. Carbohydrates provide energy to our body as well as fats. Fats also provide energy to our body. In fact, fats give more energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrates. So, foods containing fats and carbohydrates are called energy giving foods. This is very important for the examination point of view. It may be asked, what are the energy giving foods? The answer is fats and carbohydrates. On the other hand, proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. In the book figure 2.3 are shown some sources of carbohydrates, and in figure 2.4 are shown some sources of fats. You will view all these figures and see the different sources of fats and carbohydrates. As we know, proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Now, next page, page number 12. Proteins are often known as body building foods because these help in the repair and growth of our body. So these proteins are known as body building foods. In figure 2.5, we see some sources of proteins, plant sources and animal sources. You can view all these types of sources in your book. Now, vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Vitamins also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are of different types: vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. There is also a group of vitamins known as vitamin B complex. Our body needs all these types of vitamins in small quantities. Vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Vitamin C helps to fight against many diseases. Vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Foods that are rich in different vitamins are shown in figure 2.6 to figure 2.9. Okay, so you have to view all these. Now, another nutrient are minerals. Minerals are needed by our body in small amounts. The different types of minerals all are essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. Some sources of different minerals are shown in figure 2.10. Okay, the different types of minerals are, for example, the different examples of minerals are iodine, phosphorus, iron, calcium, etc. Most food items usually have more than one nutrient, but in a particular nutrient may be present in much larger quantity than others. For example, rice has more carbohydrates than other nutrients. Thus, we say that rice is a carbohydrate rich source of food. Besides all these nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. So what is dietary fibers? Dietary fibers are also known as roughage. These are mainly provided by plant products in our foods. For example, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables are main sources of roughage or dietary fibers. Roughage does not provide any nutrient to our body. This may be asked. Name the component of food which does not provide any nutrient to our body. The answer is dietary fibers or roughage. But it is an essential component of our food and adds to its bulk. It helps our body get rid of undigested food. So dietary fibers or roughage helps our body get rid of undigested food. You will learn about roughage. Also water. What does water helps our body? It helps our body to absorb nutrients from food. It also helps in throwing out some waste from the body in the form of urine and sweat. Okay. In addition, we get we need water from the liquids we drink, from the food we eat, extra. Now in activity 3, take a tomato or a fruit like lemon, cut it into small pieces. Does your hands get wet while doing so? By carefully observing that when the vegetables or fruits are being cut, peeled, grated, or mashed at your home, we see that many food materials themselves contain water. To some extent, our body needs are met by this water. Apart from this, we also add water while cooking many food items. So you can see that water is a very important component of our body. It is needed. आपने सुना ही होगा कि बहुत सारे डॉक्टर जो है हर दिन प्रतिदिन 8 गिलास पानी पीने की सलाह देते हैं. So water is an essential component. It is needed by our body and helps in the digestion of food and also helps in throwing out some waste from our body as urine and sweat. So drinking water is very essential for our body. Also the different food components are also essential. So in part 2 we will take up balanced diet and deficiency diseases caused by the deficiency of different components of food. So till now our topic is over. So go through it well, and soon we will take you to our second part of this lesson. So thank you, and please like our channel and subscribe so that we can come in, we will be in touch with you always. So thank you and goodbye.